Alright, so I've perfected the method of harvesting sunflower seeds, I think. If you decide that you want to grow some sunflowers of your own, the way I figured out is once they've been fertilized by the bees and everything, if you take your finger and you rake it over the top, if the individual fat flower parts actually come off just like that, then it's completely ready to be taken off the vine or off the stalk, and you know, you can go ahead and start preparing it. See, when you take the flower parts off there, it just leaves the seeds underneath. The bees come through and they pollinate, and then the seeds get stuck underneath where the flowers were. You may end up getting a few pests here and there. I don't know if you saw it squirming, but there's been a few little worms crawling around on this. There's a little black worm right here. See it? I'll get it eventually. But that's it. You just prepare it that way. Just rip the little flower pieces off. You know, this little center piece is a little bit stiffer, so you can take a knife to that if you wanted to. But you saw the before and after. That's those are all seeds. Those are ready to be raked out, and you can bake them or do whatever you want with them. So basically, after you've got the flower parts raked off, easiest thing to do is start peeling the petals off of the sides. It helps you get into better access into the sunflower seeds themselves. Uh-oh, seed just went flying. Alright, so once you get the sides kind of raked off, it's easiest just to go ahead and use your hand again and try to rake off any extra parts, because if you don't rake it off beforehand, you end up with a bunch of extra parts in your seeds that you don't want. So, and then once you're ready, you can go ahead and, just like you peeled off the flowers, you start peeling out the sunflower seeds. Just do it by hand. You know, get a bowl or a plate or whatever and let them fall off. A few of them will probably fly towards you. And once you've got your sunflower seeds, you can, if you want, some people would probably wash theirs a little. You don't want to leave them, you don't want to let them get too wet though, because that can produce mold. So, you know, maybe put a little bit of oil on them and salt them if you want them salted. Although the inside, the kernel on the inside probably wouldn't get very salty. It's probably best just to bake them and then salt them afterwards. But as you can see, there's a section of the sunflowers, you know, itself, that had the seeds in it, and now they're gone because they're in a plate. And you're probably getting about 300 seeds out of one sunflower. So, alright guys, so this is the finished product. Sometimes it helps if you break the sunflower in half. It helps you get into the kernels a little bit better. And from a sunflower this big, these are how many seeds you get out of it. So you could only just plant a few sunflowers and you'll actually get quite a good harvest as long as you give them enough light. That's the biggest thing. Like, I've seen some other sunflowers in this area that people are growing, and they probably didn't even get half this size, and I didn't see any sunflower kernels in them, no seeds. So give them a bunch of light and this is what you'll get out of it. And even if your sunflower only gets this big, these are how many sunflower seeds you could look forward to as well. I mean, as you can see, this one's about the size of my hand. The other one was probably 2.5 times its size, and you can still get quite a few seeds out of it. It's pretty awesome.